prices, high drama. Walmart hitting another wall. Opponents in yet another city want to stop the big retailer from coming to town. This time, New York City. The store would bring jobs and bargains. My next guest says that isn't the entire story. It would also do more harm than good. Pat Purcell is with the United Food and Commercial Workers Union. Pat, what's the deal? Walmart wants to come to Brooklyn, right?
Yep. Well, in the Brooklyn case specifically, the problem we have with them in Brooklyn is that the project was approved without a whisper that it would be Walmart. Over the last 9 or 10 years, Walmart's been a highly controversial issue here in the city. And when they went to the land use process, they never mentioned Walmart. So I think a lot of people right now feel that all the studies that were done to approve
your politicians would know, right?
No, that's just it. There was no mention of Walmart. It only now is being mentioned. It never went through the land use process.
Politicians is pretty smart in your neck of the woods.
Well,
our neck of the woods. They would know.
We follow it closely. We were involved in some of those.
But these aren't going to be large Walmart stores.
Well, right? No, that's the problem. In this case, we're looking at conceivably a 200,000 square foot Walmart. It's 600,000 square feet of retail space right now.
So what's the problem?
Well, the problem that we have, the problem that started, I guess, years ago was the obvious ones that were always being discussed with Walmart. Treatment of workers, impact on the community, effect on loss of jobs. Those are the ones I think that we're always
But every community Walmart goes into, it boosts employment, and people are pretty damn happy they're there because jobs are scarce.
Oh, I would have to disagree that every community they go into that happens. I think there's been a lot of...
Some small businesses are no doubt shaken out.
Well, I think in some communities, actually, it's gone a little further than that. I mean, I think we've actually seen cases where large percentages of the small businesses have gone out.
All right, let's say you're right on that. I don't think you are, by the way. But most of the folks in that community benefit with lower prices. So who are you for? The businesses there or the folks who buy from them?
What we're saying is this. Here in New York City, it's been a controversial issue. What we're saying is Walmart should come to the table and be part of the process. They should come, and we've extended that olive branch, right, as have many elected officials, to let's have the debate.
Here in the New York metropolitan area, you know. Folks in this city pay ungodly rents that rival and double people's average mortgages elsewhere.
Right.
Cut them a break. If Walmart's going to let them get, you know, toilet paper half price, so be it.
I'm all for low prices. I'm a father. I have 2 kids. I would love to have lowest prices possible.
Well, that's what Walmart does.
But what people also are saying is that there's more to life than cheap underwear. Okay, people are also saying that they...
Well, why don't you let the people decide that? Maybe they opt for the cheaper underwear.
We want them to be part of the decision. When they going into the Brooklyn area, the people in the community were out of the decision. They were cut out. We have been able to do development...
But what if in the end the people, as they have in many other communities that Walmart goes to, they go there, you know, in the midst of the financial crisis and the recession.
Sure.
What store was firing on all cylinders? Walmart. Because people are looking for bargains and deals, right?
In this city and in this area, we have a lot of companies that are growing. Fairway's growing. Stop and Shop's growing. People want cheap prices. And
so if Walmart fails of its own accord, then it fails of its own accord. You can't force the issue.
Debate. We can.
It's not a debate. Let the market decide.
When you go through the land use process, the communities
leave the land use out of it. Let the market decide.
But the land use process is part of it. It's not just the market deciding. The land use process.
So let's say they come in. Let's say you're lost in this land use thing, but they come in. The people in the Brooklyn area, they love it. They're getting their underwear at half price, and they're just saying, you know, we're getting ripped left and right here in New York, but at least we're getting a deal on our underwear.
Right. Well, you're taking what if on that case. I'm looking at the what if we do lose the businesses.
Is this really about being anti-union, though? Is that what Walmart...
No, I think that's what causes the problem, to be very honest. I think that to narrow the debate on union versus non-union, here in New York City, we have never opposed a Costco warehouse going up. It's non-union here in the 5 boroughs.
So you're just saying it's fair, it's fair,
wages,
go through the procedure. Okay.
That's what we're saying.
Very good having you, Pat. Thank you very much. Pat Purcell.
Appreciate the time.
All right, let the debate begin on this subject. We're just hearing how Republicans are saying that they are ready to allow a full Senate debate on the financial reform bill. Now, that follows 3 votes consistently shooting it down. So what's really going on? Republican Senator Tom Coburn joining me right now. Senator, what's the deal with this deal? Any deal?
You know, Neil, I'm sorry I can't give you any real insight. I'm going into a meeting in 15 minutes to find out if there's been any movement on negotiations. But what I heard at lunch on the derivative side, there's none, and there's not much on the other. But we'll wait and see. I'm a little bit out of the loop since lunch to know what's coming.
Well, that's because you're asking all these nasty questions to the Goldman folks yesterday, and you've been a little preoccupied with it. I'm kidding.
Well, they weren't all nasty.
But I thought of that though, Senator, where there's this big firework display yesterday at the Goldman hearing. And by the way, you asked very good questions, very thoughtful questions. But Here, we're getting nowhere on financial reform. Maybe inklings of encouragement today, but I'm wondering whether that was for show yesterday, and the reality is you and your colleagues aren't serious about this.
Well, I think we are. Yesterday's hearing was moved up. I've been on the Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations. We've been looking at this for a long time. 2 of our 4 hearings were moved up so that the bill could come up to put pressure on Republicans to vote for it. I would tell you, I don't know of anybody in our caucus that doesn't want to fix the problems. But the questions that are out there, and I think it's good for your listeners and viewers to know, is where are the underwriting standards, number one? Where's the leverage ratios that will limit the exposure to the American taxpayer again? Where's the protection for the smaller banks so that they don't come over under the onerous protection? And you heard Lloyd Blankfein say they want this bill. Why do they want this bill? Because they're winners on the bill. So the bigger are the winners. The market isn't necessarily the winners, and so we have to do some changing.
Well, could I ask you, if you don't mind, about that Goldman thing, Senator, and whether it amounted to a witch hunt? This is a peek from yesterday.